Okay, hey folks. I'm sorry if I look not at the camera. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out, but I want to tell y'all the story of the pink fringy whorehouse sofa. It's a little different than my usual thing. Now, the first thing I want to tell y'all is that I'm very delighted that so many of you are out there doing this herbal medicine for yourself. Y'all are so excited, and you send me messages about finding the plant and processing the plant, what you want to do with the plant, and y'all do it so intuitively, and that makes me very happy because I've worried that people have lost their way about being healthy naturally. We've been exposed to so many chemicals and chemical medicine that we've taken it for granted that there's going to be a chemical to fix it. Well, we now know there's chemicals in plants. And those chemicals are God's chemicals, and they're better for us. So, the messages I receive of you making your own tinctures and your own salves and your own concentrates and everything, that is so heartwarming to me. Y'all can do it for yourselves. That's what these videos started out for, was to teach y'all to do it for yourself. Now, if you can't, I'm more than happy to help and to provide. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Sorry about that. Okay. He, the story of the pink fringy sofa, there's one little part on here that Yoda, if he can get to it, he will scratch it. So, with that being said, we're going to segue now into the story of the pink fringy whorehouse sofa. When I bought this house in 2011, and this is a very small house, it was built in 1947 when people didn't have clutter and junk, and furniture was built smaller. It was better built, but it was built smaller. People weren't as big either. We've gotten fluffy. And so my daughter and I had gone shopping for furniture for the house because we had to leave all of our furniture behind at our other house because the house was infested with brown recluse spiders, and I was not going to bring those with me. I still have to tell you the brown recluse spider story, and it is equally interesting. So we went to an antique store on the square, and just beautiful stuff. We actually got a Narnia wardrobe. It looks like the wardrobe from the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe story. And it's beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. And it was probably made in the late 1800s. So we got that. And then we were both walking around the store, and we came from opposite ends of the store. And at the same time turned a corner, and there it was. The pink fringy whorehouse sofa. It's tacky, almost, kind of, sort of. My daughter and I both have a very eclectic vibe. We're kind of hippie, country, artsy type people. My whole family is. So, you buy things that are beautiful and interesting. You decorate like that. So, I purchased the pink fringy whorehouse sofa. It is, now the reason I call it a whorehouse sofa is because if you look at those movies where there was a bordello with a madam, this is the kind of sofa you would have seen in that. The actual style of this sofa is, I think it's called Hollywood Regency. It was produced in the 40s, and the company that produced this only did orders special They didn't mass produce except for very few years during their history. And so we purchased it, got it home. It is what is also known as a lady sofa. And that's because the height of the arms here were where a lady could put her hand without it being too high to show herself off. And the back height was of a height where a lady could sit upright and not slouch. And then the floor to knee height was appropriate so that a lady could sit with her feet flat on the floor, and her petticoats and her skirt would not raise above her knee. Now that was, of the time, that was appropriate. And I was actually raised like that as well. So, without further ado, here is the very uncomfortable pink fringy sofa. And y'all will have to excuse me while I move things and I adjust the camera. But I want you to appreciate this, because as of tomorrow, it will be gone. So, here is the sofa. You will notice that the arm is curved here. The back curves and slopes down. It is actually a two-part sofa that fits together. The pieces join over here on this flat end, and so that you can see the fringe down here is the fringe. Now I'm going to lift the cushion up, move this back. You can see I have protected it from Yoda as best I could. Now the tag that is under here says Dutch Brothers of Chicago, and it's DEUTSCH Brothers. When I did some researching on the history of the sofa, you find pieces of it in historic places. It was high-end and expensive. The fabric has kept its beauty. There's no peels or little tears in it at all. The braid that is along this edge of the cushion is beautiful, and there's not a rip in it. You know, normally when you have a loose braid, and let me see if I can get y'all a close-up of this braid right here, and I'm sorry if this doesn't translate well in the video, but this braid right here, you see it's individual little pieces of embroidery type thread. Well, it's not frayed at all. Now, there are some stains that can be removed with cleaning, but it's all intact. And the fringe on the bottom is beautiful. It's satin fringe, and it's all intact. But with me being here by myself, and I have picked up quite a bit of my daughter's things when she has moved from place to place, and she doesn't want it once she gets to the other place. And having grown up thrifty, I didn't want to get rid of anything. So I've got some clutter going on in my house, and I want to reduce that. There's a lot of changes I want to be doing. And so I decided, I have tried to put this on sale on Facebook Marketplace. Nobody wanted it. But then I got to thinking about my friend Miss Kathy that has that junk and stuff store and those antique buildings on the square in my hometown, and they're doing so much to revitalize it with the art museum and the library and stuff. So I thought, well, maybe they might want it for free. I give this free to Miss Kathy. That's it. So I sent her a message, And I titled it Pink Fringy Whorehouse Sofa because I knew Miss Kathy would appreciate that. So, she's already come and got one half of it. And she really didn't have any room for the other half. So I went, okay. And I covered it back up, and with about 5 layers of sheeting, I let Yoda sleep here. And so she sent me a message tonight and said, do you still have the other half? And I went, yes. I knew that whorehouse sofa would work its magic on you. So, some other friends, people that, again, I've known all my life, remember me when I was born, and I have this, they're my family. They're my extended family. They're going to come at 10:30 in the morning and get the other half of this pink fringy whorehouse sofa. And so I wanted to document this for posterity. I have had so much fun telling stories about the pink fringy whorehouse sofa, how uncomfortable it was, but how beautiful it was, and how I have not been able to let it go for almost a decade, but now it's time. So now we have a video documentary of the pink fringy whorehouse sofa. And until next time, and I'm thinking I'm going to go out and see if the tractor pull is going on. And if it is, I may take y'all with me. Okay? Because it's right across the street. So, until next time, God bless you all, and good night.